Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Crew 2. Today, I thought it would be a cool idea to travel from Georgia to Texas. Oh, that was not something I wanted to do. Oh, gosh. Well, my idea today was to go from Georgia to Texas because back in 2014, my wife and I, at the time she was just my girlfriend, we traveled from Georgia to Austin, Texas to see 21 Pilots live for the first time. And we went to a place called Stubb's Barbecue. Stubb's Barbecue was a small venue in Austin, Texas, not huge at all. And it was the first time we got to see 21 Pilots. And it was before they were big, before Stressed Out, Ride, and Heathens. It was after they released Vessel. I actually was introduced to 21 Pilots in 2013 due to Vessel. I was actually on the Fueled by Ramen YouTube page. And I remember really loving Paramore. And at the time, they were part of the record label, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was either Paramore or freaking Brendan Urie's group. What the heck? 9 in the Afternoon? Why am I blanking on the name of the band at the moment? But either way, I was on the Fueled by Ramen page, and I saw this song called House of Gold by 21 Pilots. I clicked on it, and suddenly I fell in love. I went from House of Gold to other songs like Guns for Hands and even Ode to Sleep. And as I continued on, I just kept falling further and further in love. At the beginning, though, I didn't love Ode to Sleep. It felt too weird for me. But as I continued on, I was like, yes, this song is fantastic. Vessel as a whole is fantastic. And I couldn't believe how amazing it actually was. It helped me through some rough times in school, and I just took a wrong turn. So we're going to just let it redirect us, and we'll go a different way. So, actually, I played football at the time, and the reason why we had to take such a long trip is because this show was the only one that really didn't interfere with my football schedule. And as I was looking, I was talking to my dad, and I asked him, do you think we could make this trip to Austin? My football game was on Friday. The show was on Saturday, and with stops, I think it took about 14 hours to get to Austin, Texas. And I asked him, do you think we could do this? He was like, yeah, I think we can. So me, my girlfriend, and my dad took a trip to Austin, Texas to see 21 Pilots for the first time. And I have to say, it was one of the coolest experiences of my life. And I still don't think, even though I have seen them countless times, I think that show has still been the most intimate and loving because it was such a small show. They did a tour a few years ago where they did a takeover tour. So a week at a time, they would stay at a city. I think there was 4 or 5 shows in Atlanta. It started with the smallest venue and brought it up to a big stadium. Well, at the time, I was working and I wasn't able to get the tickets for the small show, even though I had the opportunity to get them. I was devastated. I was really upset. But as I kept on going, or as life kept on going, they did send an email saying that we could get tickets for the big stadium show. So even though I missed my turn, I'm gonna go. No, we'll just keep going straight. I'm sure we'll be able to make it. I'm sure it'll redirect us. It might take a little bit longer, but Oh gosh, it's not redirecting us. It's not redirecting us. It's not redirecting us. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Turn around at the railroad track. But anyway, we did see them in a stadium, which their shows in the stadiums are still absolutely phenomenal. But that close personal level, I still have not gotten since that Stubbs barbecue performance. I remember Tyler performed Kitchen Sink without Zach. He did Zach's verses as well. But it was such a cool experience, and it was so absolutely fantastic. This episode of my gameplay channel or whatever, it was really just an excuse to talk about my experience and our experience with that 21 Pilots concert that we went to years ago. And I thought it would be an awesome, thing just to travel from Georgia to Texas like we did in real life. Obviously, it's not going to take nearly as long in this game as it did in real life, but it's still like this cool little nod. And 21 Pilots has been my favorite band since I originally listened to them back in 2013. I enjoyed them even when they released Scaled and Icy, which I know a lot of people didn't love Scaled and Icy, but for me, Scaled and Icy was still a great listen. Obviously, it's not my favorite album. Vessel is still my favorite album, even to this day. But guess what? I also got to listen to Clancy, their brand new album, early at a early release party. Not an early release party, but an early listening party at Vertigo Vinyls in Macon, Georgia. And that was so cool. As of recording this, I did that with my wife just yesterday, and we're both such a big fan of 21 Pilots. They're such a diverse group. I know there's a lot of 21 Pilots haters out there, but I don't think that it's warranted. I do think that sometimes the fans could be a little bit crazy, but I feel like that's with every fan base, I think there are obviously some diehard fans that, seem to be crazy to the average listener. But, there's definitely things that people, go towards, There's things that people love more than others. I understand that, and you should understand that too, because, there's things that people hyperfixate on, or they fix on it in general, and 21 Pilots is one of those things that I've absolutely loved since the beginning. I love Tyler and Josh. I even like the self-titled album. I love a lot. I love everything 21 Pilots, and it was so cool going to Stubbs Barbecue. We weren't 21 yet, so we had to get wristbands that said that we couldn't drink, but it was still, it was so cool being able to do that, going to see them that close, and we haven't had as intimate of a show as that, but I really suggest that if you haven't listened to 21 Pilots, you definitely should, or if you've only known Stressed Out and Ride and Heathens or even Chlorine, you should listen to more of their songs. Trench is a very good album, front to back. It has some amazing qualities, and I think that their discography in general has some amazing qualities. Production-wise, I do think Vessel is the best out of all of them, but Vessel is my favorite, and after listening to Clancy the other day, I think that one might be on the top of my list as well very, very soon, but I want to be able to listen to it, obviously, a few more times, and I've only listened to it the once. So, yeah, I just wanted to have an excuse to talk about 21 Pilots, and I did, and we made it in the game to Dallas, Texas. Now, in real life, we went to Austin, but if you see, Austin isn't here, because Austin is before Dallas in real life. So we did make it to Dallas, Texas. We could drivers wanted anyway, and we didn't go because Georgia's kind of like not here either. I couldn't even go from Atlanta, so I kind of went from this area here to Dallas. But yeah, it was just an excuse for me to be a little bit of a fanboy about 21 Pilots. And I hope you enjoyed. If you want me to do some more story times with this game or any other games, or if you want me to play any other games in general, just let me know. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you do end up liking it. And as always, I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.